This election business in the United States of America, it doesn't seem to stop. The election was more than a week ago, and I kind of feel like it's just starting. They're counting ballots, and everybody's got something to say, with the exception of the mainstream press. They've all endorsed Biden, and they say president-elect, and he's out appointing people for his various positions and so on. And I think every leader in the world has congratulated Biden, with one exception that I'm aware of at least, and that would be Putin in Russia. He says, I'm going to wait until the count is done. I think there's two, possibly three instances in American history where presidents have changed from the elect. The president-elect won. Like a month later, the Supreme Court steps in and says, oops, guys, you made an error. Here's what we're going to do now. Could it happen this time? Sure it can. Will it? Who knows? I mean, there's so many conspiracy things going out there and on out there, and recounts, and just, wow, gives your head an ache. You got that? Is it a conspiracy? I mean, Trump, the weapons of mass misinformation, that's been going on for a long time. I mean, they've tried everything over the course of 4 years. They've tried the impeachment, they've tried the Russian hoax, and they've done this and they've done that and everything they can to attack, and that's all they do. They don't work. They don't serve their country, all of these Democrats. They attack the president. So, would they stoop to stealing? Of course they would. Cheating? Of course they would. That's what they do. Are they communists? I used to think so, but they're criminals. They're doing bad stuff, right? But where does the conspiracy start and where does it end? Or in fact, is there even one? I mean, so many people now are saying online, Trump, he's a genius. He had the ballots marked with a watermarking called QFS, blockchain inscription code, and it tracks every ballot, because people are suggesting that hundreds and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of ballots are counterfeit. Somebody's printed them and spent hours and hours marking Biden, taking the bags of them and taking them to people that work with them in Detroit and Pennsylvania and a variety of other places, and say, here, count these, and the good guys get to win. Did they cheat again? Of course they did. Did they cheat that way? We don't know. Did Trump really do that? I hope so. They're now counting votes again by hand in Georgia, 5 million. Wow. I mean, with scrutineers, because nobody trusts anybody, and rightfully so. They're all standing over there looking and checking. This could take months. I mean, when will we actually know for sure who the president is? Fox News has even kind of gone to the dark side. Everybody said, Trump is nothing now. You know what? Let's move along. There's fraudulent ballots apparently in Detroit. More than 40,000 have been found so far. Is that true? I mean, again, who knows? And then you have the White House press secretary. She says this: we have 240 pages of sworn affidavits which prove, beyond a doubt, voter fraud. Well, this is the kind of stuff that you take to the Supreme Court and say, well, hey, would you stop this? 70 million people voted for Trump. 70 million? I mean, come on. This ain't right that you do this. In so many places like Arizona, you just assume would go for Trump because they said they would. The exit polls said that. And boom, now you got this going on. So what's the truth, okay? I can tell you one thing. I can tell you more than one thing, but let me kind of say it once. Boy, oh boy, what about me? Hey, these Democrats should be careful what they wish for, because as the president in the White House, you can control the president. I mean, you've got the two houses, the Senate, et cetera, you can control them. Turn him loose as a businessman. He can't be controlled. What's he going to do? He's a billionaire, and he has access to many, many billions of dollars more. 70 people voted for him. Up to 80 million people are on his Twitter feed. Wow, that's a big audience. What can he do with all of that? He can form a Trump TV station and compete with Fox News and everybody else and tell the truth for the next 4 or 5 years. He can be very disruptive. He can compete with Amazon. He can compete with Twitter. He's in a position now where he can go out and really shake up the business world. Maybe that's what he would like to do. I mean, it would be kind of fun because the restrictions are different. And wow, if you're a Democrat, is that a good thing? It's not a good thing. It's a very bad thing, because this guy's going to cause you more pain and more damage than when he was actually president. And he might be getting ready for another run at it. And if he isn't, maybe somebody else from his family or wherever and whomever. But things can happen. So I say it again, be careful what you wish for, and you all come back here, and no matter what happens, I guess we'll still be here. You're doing something yipping and yapping. See ya.